Also, if I were you, I would be a bit careful about revolts. I don't know if you've been tracking that at all, but you have like a lot of unhappy pops everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm 10% out of 14% threshold. Uh, yeah, like it's not going too well. Like most of my shit is on. Yeah, I need to stabilize. So yeah, definitely. Okay, definitely. Because I have like there's low stability. Once my stability goes high again, it should be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, worst case scenario, depending on the situation, I could always create some client states if the population situation really sours, but I think the unrest has already kind of diminished a bit, given the fact that let my stability go above 30.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just looked at they were like of your culture, so that's like why.
Yeah, like most of the people that are making trouble, sometimes they're off my culture because they're like they've decided to become like freemen or like citizens, and then they are very unhappy. Oh, that's quite an easy piece too. All your families are belong to us. Yeah. We better make sure we have a claim, not just we are tribesmen and we raid what we want to raid. You know, that won't fly. Not in today's bureaucracy.
Yeah. It'll be miles and miles upon red tape, you know?
No.
This is ridiculous. Like, it's like 20 to 1 so far in casualties difference. And I'm only like tech 2. I'm only using like but that's beside.
Yeah. Even the fucking Carthaginians are like trading with me.
That's good.
We've made it now, boys. Look at how legitimate I am. Don't, yeah, fucking. If only sacrificing prisoners uh, did not make, like, because it makes me lose stability, but it gives me, like, it makes the tribes happier. But the fact that like, in my opinion, it should fucking increase stability rather than make me lose it. Like, I don't understand.
Well, you know, it's barbarian.
It's barbaric. Looks at what my civilization is. Pretty much raving barbarians. It's like, oh damn. I guess I guess you are right. It is barbaric.
Looks in mirror, being
Yeah.
like horrified by what he sees.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Cries himself to sleep.
I won the war too fast. Now my claims aren't done.
Quick, install a puppet government that'll extend the war.
Is the actually I know this.
What?
It was like major powers at 100 cities. Yeah. Make sure I cancel my alliance for so I don't fucking have.
You'll still have a truce if you cancel alliance, but
I mean, like so. Well, it doesn't matter. It's like guarantee alliance doesn't really matter
yeah.
which one it is. I don't know why I get a tyranny for executing foreigners, but okay.
Hey man. You don't adhere to the rights of hospitality or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Just literally just got this trade route, canceling it now in favor of a better one.
Hmm. I'm guaranteeing Rome, Lemao.
Eye the mouth. That place is disloyal.
Everyone is like buying my fucking goods.
Yep.
Oh shit. Accidentally colonized the
How dare you violate our sacred border agreement?
or like I did you a favor.
Alright. actually go to war with Thrace and Macedon because I feel like I have the cojones to do it, and I'm like, if I don't do it now, you know, when? Because they're just gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yep. Perhaps I should have picked a country with a less white color when I'm colonizing.
But you don't, not a big fan of the whites.
No.
Oh, sweet. Hey, I'm minus 100 centralization.
Nice. My clan leaders are disloyal, so they can't enact any more law. Oh, actually, no, I can.
Speaking of which, should I enact another law? That one's pretty good. I think I'll do that one. I do definitely also suffer from large distances syndrome. Not quite as bad as in India, but geez.
It's just like, ah, it shouldn't be that far. Oh, it really is far.
Awesome. I definitely got what I wished for. If you look, I'm at war with a bunch of my neighbors here.
How many neighbors are you at war with? Oh, a few.
Yeah, I should be able to just overpower them pretty hard. And you know, I'll finally be able to become a great naval power once I get a port in the Bosphorus, you know?
Yeah.
It'll cement my great power status, obviously. Like I'm fucking this. If you look at like what my country is versus like oh god, if you look at like how the fact that my country is considered a great power despite it being so weak. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Ja, hallo? Nee, dank je. Wat ik wel lekker zou vinden, chips ook. Water en cola en chips. Gewoon weer dezelfde kaas. Dank je. Doei.
And KFC.
Sorry, what? I'm back?
KFC as well.
Yeah. KFC. And I think we just call it KFC. I don't think we are not like KFC or something like that. I'm pretty sure. I had KFC at work on Friday, by the way.
We don't have KFC in Norway because
Really?
It's something you have to import some.
Oh yeah, because they like are very particular about where their fucking chickens are from, aren't they?
I don't think that's true.
That not
like, I don't think the chickens are from Kentucky because I heard that and I like sort of like it doesn't make any sense why you would do that.
Isn't there something like isn't that why like was something about KFC being in Iceland or something, and because they do import like
McDonald's.
That was McDonald's because they do import a lot of their shit like
Yeah, but that's Iceland though. That's.
Well, I mean, I know, but like I think they do that everywhere as well, not just in Iceland, where I mean you're gonna be hard pressed to not import stuff. Okay, another ruler died. This is gonna be the old men party. So that's gonna be even more fantastic for my realm stability, is all these old fuckers dying.
Yeah, no, they don't import they don't import chicken.
No.
There's a lot of questions about KFC chicken and.
No one shall hide.
I think that's true for the U.S. that they only use American chicken, but.
No, for the U.S. they import all their chickens from like Spain.
Yeah.
I think that's where the EU imports like all their chickens from.
They like domestic. I know all the chicken in Norway is from like just local farms.
I don't think the Dutch ones might also be from local farms, but like I know for a fact that chicken in Spain is ridiculously cheap. It's because they like produce it in like huge quantities, but they don't, for example, produce beef or pork in the same quantity. Like they have pork is very popular in Spain, but it's not exactly cheap. And beef is very expensive, but chicken is incredibly cheap there. And in the Netherlands, it's kind of the opposite, where chicken is more expensive than beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them invade us. I don't care. Like capital, as long as the capital stays okay, and the capital is like, if you look at the fort situation around the capital, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it's in you like fucking forted it up.
Everything else, it's like Russia, like oh you want to occupy the places that have like a pop cap of 8? Oh, like be my guest,
For shame.
One day, I'm really looking forward to entering the land where I can actually fucking pillage stuff, My enemies are fighting each other as well, and that's also always great.
Well, you call yourself a paper tiger, but I think I actually am a paper tiger much more than you are.
No,
we are about equal pops, right?
Yeah, I am definitely not a paper tiger. I'm kind of I'm like, I'm like the North Korea of this world, where I have a huge standing army, but like my economic base is very weak. Right. So no, I'm definitely not a paper tiger, but I'm just economically weak, but militarily very strong, except for my tech is bad, which is gonna really, really bite me in the ass at some point. But militarily, no, I'm like, the time to strike is now, you know, when I have fucking this many, like, good quality cohorts. Though I'm definitely punching, like, I'm definitely punching below my weight, because I couldn't punch, like, above my weight, because I'll just die, because I don't have the economic base to replace any men that I lose. I have to 100% rely on the tribes to win the war for me, pretty much.
Yeah.
Best way I can put it is that if we lose it, it is over, you know?
Yeah, or you have to do like me, which is like, I did lose it, and it was over, you know?
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be over. If I lose, I could probably get away with releasing some nations or giving territorial concessions.
Yeah.
Just for my territory, I have a huge army. You know, like this is massive. Like 1,000 pops, that's like not a lot. And then to have as many cohorts and as many powerful cohorts as I do, it's ridiculous.
But yeah. Whereas 33 for my size is a bit below average. Well, actually, no. I'm comparing to Mastodon, which has a lot better economy than me. Yeah, no, I'm actually on par, believe it or not.
Yeah, but is their economy like? Do they have wealth? No, they don't actually. That's good because that means that they are weak. Okay.
Time to take back my capital. It's fuck me if I'm gonna let them just steal that from me and not ever take it. Although I'll have to fight all the fucking mountain people, but because I can choose my war goal, I can actually, you know, do quite well. Yeah, I'll do watch.
Oh my god, I actually could like because like the south of Getya is actually pillageable by me, so I can actually pillage, which gives me a lot of a lot of money. Well, not a huge amount, but it gives me some money. Like a $10, $20 here is pretty good. And of course, these things don't have hotkeys, because why would you? Hotkeys are overrated.
Dropping them hotkeys like it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, here I go, sacking my old capital.
Yeah, make sure to pillage it and raise it as well.
I don't think I can pillage or raise. No, I can.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, your capital is pretty impressive, so. By fucking our standards, I mean.
They fucking turn it into a fucking shell of its former self, though. Oof.
Were they gonna declare it the Latin Empire or the Latin Kingdom?
These guys are gold, so I don't think
No,
so.
oh, it's the Gallic Kingdom. In your former glorious, the seat of your mighty empire.
I mean, mean, like, if we're like following kind of like Roman history, this is like the Gallic invasion. What's it called? Like, who was the leader?
What of the Gallic, like like, as far as I can tell, at least in the history that I know, is like the Gauls never got to Rome.
They did.
They
like,
did.
very early on. Yeah.
Oh, very early on. Okay, well then it's I only know of the Gauls during the Caesar's time, aka 50 to 40 BC.
And they got sacked by Brennus. Yeah, that's the dude.
Oh,
Hence Brenner Pass, which I don't actually think is true.
Getia.
Like, he's the dude that threw his sword onto the scale and said, like, woe to the vanquished.
Right. Apparently Getia has become so weak that they are subject to Otia or whatever.
Huh.
Well, let's check out this capital that I'm about to besiege. All 15 people. Let's see how much, because I have a huge enslavement efficiency on these guys.
Have you done the government interaction?
Yeah, I have. Oh, no, not the government interaction. Not that one, because that's a bit of a waste of political power. But I have the law that's rightful domination, and I have the military tradition. So in total I have a base 35 right now.
Right.
In turtle. In turtle, Plarn.
In total.
In turtle. I have enslaved 23 people, which for this region is quite a lot.
In my war, I've enslaved 22, which is pretty.
Their capital is being a bitch though. I I love because the allies in this war are fighting each other, so it's gonna make invading them easier. That's for sure. There you go. I sacrificed a guy for 5 stability because it is 5 years of output and happiness, which is a very stabilizing factor, if you know what I mean. Religiously sacrificing a guy. It's a stabilizing factor, losing stability.
Yes, it clearly is.
Highly stabilizing. Okay, can your capital fall? They've been on 42 for like a million years now. The siege has been going on for 860 days.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I thought one of my secrets lasted a bit of a long time, but it's actually not, but it's been a year, so.
My religious unity is quite low. It's only 43% is matrists. My cultural unity is higher. It's 75.
Yeah, I'm 56%. Where do you see cultural unity?
Oh,
right, yeah,
nation overview.
Oh yeah, it's 32%, so.
Oof.
Oh Well, it's pretty much to be expected, though, given the my plans around me.
Oh, yeah.
Although, like, how do you culture convert so fast? Like, that's
When you migrate, right? Everything that you migrate becomes your culture and your religion.
Oh, right. So it's a migration mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Splicing doesn't do that. But...
Yeah, you gotta migrate. That's why I was like, yeah, you have insane potential to snowball if you effectively played speed 1 pause mechanics all the time. Because pretty much what you'd just do is you'd fucking goddamn put him to the sword. Pretty much what you do is you would just like migrate, make sure that all the people would go into like the right province, migrate them, and then that way you convert like large chunks immediately. It's just it's very micro intensive, but it is incredibly good. And now that marriage is like allowed again, like I'll probably play a single player game where I see how insane I can get with doing that. My enemy's manpower has run its course before mine has. The Bosphorian Kingdom is trying to take advantage of this situation. Little do they know that they're next. They've not taken control of the siege. Oh, these guys have taken control of the siege. Bastards. I was here first, goddammit. Oh well, it doesn't matter who was here first. I'll be the one who rules these ashes, you know?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I got my welcoming barbarian spawn.
Nice.
Apparently, what are they doing? Oh, they're assaulting the fortification. Holy shit, they're stupid.
Hey man, they are barbarians. Not exactly the highest IQ.
I can appreciate that they have like gimped the AI for that. But
I mean, did the barbarians want to siege for fucking 800 days? I don't like.
Oh, I picked the counter to shock, not the. No, I'm sorry. I got countered by the. I picked envelopment against shock, so I get like fucking countered by the barbarians because I forgot it was the wrong. I forgot the bottleneck was the counter to shock.
Clever girl.
That was not a great.
No one shall hide. The looting is never fucking peaceful here. And also, let's pillage it as well.
Right.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Yeah, there's like civilized regions, and I'm gonna make them uncivilized. God damn. Loot and pillage, boys. Get 'em. Okay, let's make some peace now with whatever's left. There will be peace in my time, that's for sure. There's two nations called Olbia. That's a little bit confusing. You have Olbia and then Olbia. Right, alright then. Sure. Let's see if the game. Oh, can you put in a saver? Because I think the game might be a little bit buggy here.
Alright.
Because I don't like. There's like a co-belligerent and like the main guy are called Olbia, and I think they might be the same country, but they're probably not. But just in case,
No,
you know.
they're not. They're not.
Just in case, I'm a bit fucking.
I can get that, but yeah, I'm looking at it and they're both.
It isn't like the way it is. I feel like my terms have been very fair and have allowed the borders are based on ethical divisions in in this region.
You are very benevolent.
Stop asking for my gems, they're not for sale.
Good play, sir.
I've inadvertently strengthened the Bosphorian kingdom, but, fabricating claims on them as we speak. Oh, of course, you fucking stupid bastard. I fucking told you to move, like, out of that region, but you didn't. Ugh. I'm like, fucking a couple of my guys are trapped near the Bosphorian kingdom because they exiled and instead. Like I fucking explicitly told them to make sure that they wouldn't get stuck, but they fucking got stuck anyway. They just moved through that region and they exiled themselves. So now I'm gonna build some ships to transport them. Fucking assholes. When my enemies run rampant and depopulate the areas, I'm like, oh boy, culturally neutral land.
Culturally,
It's been purged, and I didn't even have to do the purging.
congratulations, son. You are now governor. yourself a wife.
Oh, hold on, 1 second. Be right back. Yeah, something the ship's in the block. Okay. Yeah, you can do it. Oops. And I'm back.
Alright.
A rebellion. Oh, it's all those disloyal people. Well, so where is the most central region of like disloyalty? I mean, that's a pretty good region, and they are very much religiously not good. Time to suppress their. I know exactly what'll solve this problem. Just tell them to fuck off and migrate.
I don't like it here. I don't like you. Well, if you move over here, will you like me? Ah, sure.
Like, fuck off out of here. And I was like, you know, after they've been told to fuck off, they're like, well, man, I really appreciate the nomadic way of life.
Nomads rule.
Yeah. Settlers drool.
But I always get a slave revolt after the war ends. It's just always seems to happen to me. spoof slave revolts and killed all my citizens in one city. Or sorry, riot culture dudes, I guess is more accurate.
Unbelievable.
It really is. Fucking Christ, these guys have like really gotten around to culture converting my capital. It used to be all Histrian, and now it's no longer majority Histrian even.
Give me a second. Apparently some rulers are fucking retarded and are like, let's make the situation worse by having them let's crash. Harsh treatment or whatever. Yeah, that's because that's not the same thing. Oh, that's fine. Getting my riot police recruited.
Are they rioting? I was gonna be like, wait, I have a lot of money. I should spend it on inventions. Oh.
Yeah. All
right.
those inventions, am I right, Blarn?
Yeah. Costing me $50 if I had any.
That's where I'd keep all my inventions if I had any.
Pretty much.
Oh, the Civil War as well. Let's see who's disloyal. Has actual power. Civil War avoided. Though the rebellion is still going. There's quite a populous region. Is still rebelling despite my best efforts to
the country.
To include a stabilizing force. Why are they... what the fuck? Oh! Kill myself. Turns out, it's like fucking green on green looking shit. I thought it was all part of the same area. Turns out it isn't.
Oh, you're a bit colorblind, huh?
Apparently. Fucking Jesus. I was like, why is it... because it's also a very, like, weird, slice, if you know what I mean? So I'm like, why is this, like, not doing it?
Welcome to my hell. Ruler is not married? Well, thankfully, thanks to advancement in engine technology, that will not be an issue.
Sorry, I gotta disband these 15,000 horsemen because I can't afford to take care of these guys. Jesus. I think it's 35 that it makes them disloyal, right?
What? 30?
35.
Like, the characters or just anything?
No, with like provinces.
I think it's 33.
Oh, okay. In that case, then a large chunk of what was previously disloyal should become loyals next month. nothing but fucking old men running the show here.
They will have some issues.
Nothing but Joe hands. Nothing but Dragon Ball Z bed sheets.
They will have problems, balancing the game.
Yeah.
The current ruler will be quite dead when a new ruler is picked. I thought there was like a slim chance for your son to inherit, but I guess they actually physically made that impossible.
Oh fuck. Looking at the Seleucids, it's like, yeah, I was wondering why are they in such debt, and it's like, oh yeah, they have split into a beautiful cacophony of nations.
The real Persian smorgasbord.
I'll give it until 4 months of civil war break out, because then if two decently populated regions just became loyal again, but it didn't do anything for my rebellion situation, so I might have to get the most populated disloyal region and just toss them out. Even though they're like vast majority my culture, my everything. These guys, Etia, they're quite disloyal, but they are.
You have barbarians. Did that message pop up for you, or did it just pop up for me? I did some barbarians in the Carpathians.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. There's horsemen are going there.
Because I got the message that you got barbarians.
Yeah, because it's probably on like our shared border.
Yeah.
Oh, what did the Civil War? Did the Civil War thing literally I was like about to start creating client states to stem the tide, but the Civil War subsided.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's that. It doesn't tell you the progress.
Yeah, I think it'll keep whatever progress it had, but yeah, it doesn't tell you.
Oh, I have a Civil War coming in. Why is everyone going disloyal? Oh, right, because of an event. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, a lot of my chiefs are not my religion or even my culture, right?
Mm.
It's because it's just I had so little families of my culture or whatever. I just incorporated a lot of them, and because of the no marriage thing, not a lot of
Yeah.
children were born that are the right culture and everything.
So it's like barbarians walked in from the north.
Yeah, geez, you have oh man, yeah, you're gonna have some trouble trying to rear that shit in because you have like unless it's like they're only barely disloyal because you have 5% over your threshold.
No, they're not barely above. But I think you can fix it. Yeah, Toad's just, bribe one dude, because they're like automatically loyal, if you know what I mean? It was just
Right.
no. Well, I mean, so I can't change my laws, but I don't think I want, because things are not stable as it is.
My realm is definitely not super stable. It still has 13% rebellious pops out of the 17 that are allowed.
Oh, yeah.
But it is all going the right direction. But it's going the right direction because of a lot of autonomy having been granted. The Bosphorian Kingdom is already at war. It's gonna be a rough time for them. Oh, Phrygia's protecting them. Guess I'll have to turn my eye towards Thrace because just being at war doesn't actually like reduce the stability of my realm. So just being at war shouldn't be a big deal.
It does reduce stability to be at war normally.
No. It's more of like an observation, if you know what I mean, because for my guys being at war, like doesn't increase any rebellion chance, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I'll just stop exporting woad because I just realized that I apparently was not leaving enough woad for myself.
Woad is here.
Woad. One of the provinces that I'm training from is too disloyal. They can't all be disloyal, damn it. They're both disloyal provinces. You don't have woad, do you?
Maybe.
I have woad, but apparently both the provinces too disloyal to
Oh yeah, you can import some from me. Just go send it.
Thank you.
Back.
Alright. Let's put an end to this charade. I'm like, I just realized that it's like, oh, I might not want to fight the Seleucid Empire and the Phrygians. Then I look at the fucking situation in Greece and I'm like, well, maybe that's not going to be that big a deal. I think they have their hands full. So now is the perfect time for a great nomadic invasion. Fucking Genghis, eat your heart out. Or even the Huns, eat your heart out. That's a weird. It's have a capital.
Alright, did you want to buy another wood or no?
No, I had one of my own. I just needed one woad.
Right. Lots of places to print to this one.
Can I convince this? Become loyal. Bribe him to send his horsemen to his death, or to their death. This is already like twice the army that the Mongols used to conquer Europe. So I mean,
Yeah, one way of looking at it.
so I mean, there's no way you guys can fail. Am I right? I was micro them myself, because clearly that was not good. Actually, go that one, because I assume. I am doing business with Rome, I guess.
Like, what kind of business?
Oh, just trading them load. No, I traded them my like horse archers and like
Yeah. Would hope so, right?
just load. I don't think they'll become much stronger because of it.
No, they're already a local power, so like they went down to a local power.
Yeah. I know like the enemy has. Oh my god, I have like 100. I have 100,000 horse archers, by the way.
Jesus.
Because I know the enemy also has like very significant military, but I'm just gonna assume that they are all way too tied up elsewhere to do anything. Oh no, Thrace's opinion of me. It's going down, Falorn.
Is it why? Or is it your
It's because of
point?
my, because I'm pillaging them. every single province is getting pillaged. Some of them are actually giving me quite a lot of political power. Uh-oh, there's barbarians on my capital now. And, of course I'm getting a fucking petition now. Or actually, it's near my capital, it's not on my capital. Will these guys be able to stop it? Yeah, they will. Okay, good. You know, I'm not particularly anal about defending my territory, but my capital is one of those things that I don't really want to get sacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, but
I think you're, being a bit hysterical, if I'm honest.
God, I've got so many slaves now already from this.
How many have you gotten?
43.
Oh, nice.
And we've only just gotten to the good shit, you know?
Yeah.
Getting a lot of political power. So. Pillage it all. Burn it to the ground. Well, they have not. Well, the Thrace has a navy comprising of 187 ships. So that's something. Okay, their army is. Okay, they've decided that rather than fight me on their own land, they'd rather
Fight dishonorably?
they'd rather like do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare like a pillage war or whatever, or like a race. Meanwhile, their countryside burns, as they are like, all right, guys, let's move into some of the recently occupied Getian territory that that these guys occupy. This will really but sir, they have like 1,000,000 forts that we have to get through before we get to their capital. Yeah.
Find some more cars.
Oh no. Like, sir, a lot of people are being massacred at home. It's like, oh no, I've made a mistake. I should have kept my army at home so that I could fight off the people literally setting fire to every town.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta like start some you know, merge these armies. No. Oh no. Oi. Automated dudes are like oh, well, the Thracians are gonna do me a favor by helping to depopulize the recently occupied territory, ensuring political stability in that region, because they're such nice guys.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm fighting the Macedonian army, who is like, alright, I guess we'll have to defend the Thracian land. I don't like fighting on two fronts, though. I don't have the epic micro skills.
Meanwhile, I am just bringing people together and then spreading them out again. AKA culture converting the backstream way, I guess is the term.
Yeah, it is like the yeah, the way you can culture convert is, especially as Horde, it's like insanely good. It's just move them, migrate, move them, migrate. I haven't been doing it like perfectly because obviously, you know, fuck me. I don't want to like die of like severe shock. Yeah. Die of a heart attack playing Imperator Rome. Oh, no one shall hide is pretty much the only button I ever fucking press when I'm playing these guys. Yeah, look at how much money I have in the bank now. I can tell you I definitely did not start with that much money in the bank.
Oh, right, yeah. I've been sort of just collecting it, not sure what I should spend it on. Like, buildings, obviously, but how much?
Is that? Is this? Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so I have killed 144 people and I've enslaved 99. My capital is now Hellenic Thracian.
No. And yeah, you need to build some granaries.
Yeah, but it's gonna be rough because you know they give such poor capacity nowadays.
Yeah.
In fact, I do produce grain here, so I mean I could move some grain shit over here. I might get a huge slave uprising in the capital, but that's just kind of par for the course. It'll still have been worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is time for the Macedonian land to feel the scourge. They dared resist me. The Macedonians actually are quite good. They've managed to get large amounts of Greece under their banner.
Yeah, they've been doing okay. This is what I've found.
Ugh, that fucking clansman that's leading a. Oh, hey, these are migratory units. Okay. That fucking clansman that's like. Where do you like to actually go? Oh, you're not set that region. Go kill. That clansman that's fucking assigned to the leadership has like 2 marshal, and he's leading 19 cohorts of horse archers. You know, lions led by you know, turtles.
Yeah. Donkeys.
Gnats. I am losing this war by 13 because I have not taken Europa yet.
Oh.
It's just there. It's like 2 forts there withholding me from having officially taken Europa.
But it's like you're close to getting it, or
Yeah, of course. Like there's almost no resistance. I'm on like the Macedonian capital at the moment, pretty much.
no.
Like the whatever resistance is there is kind of fighting me in my own territory, and the automated armies I have there are doing a good job of plonking them. And any land they gain is kind of worthless because it's really not like land that I rely on at all. So it's like any people that they kill there are also not of my culture. So it really is like a win-win-win.
It's like you're basically telling them to stop hitting themselves because you're owning them.
God, it's no one shall hide. Interesting. Phrygian Civil War ends. That's not good for me because I think no, I'm not at war with them. Okay. Yeah, I'm also at war with the Seleucids, which you know. Oh wow, okay, time to burn down the Macedonian capital. Fucking god. Pillage it all. Oh man, the Hellenic world is on fire, at least in Greece. I have killed 74 pops and enslaved 151.
Holy shit.
The one downside is that obviously because my tech is quite poor, like it will like I will still just become weaker and weaker and weaker because even though my troop composition, aka horse archers, is better than their troop compositions, their bonus morale is nothing to, you know, nothing to sneeze at. Main reason I'm winning is because of my sort of like pseudo-Russian position where I just have I have revolts somewhere. Okay, that is a man. Those two slave rebels. I was expecting it to be like 100 Macedonians have risen up, but it wasn't.
It's a lot easier.
Are you Tech 1 yet?
I'm Tech 2, baby.
Oh man.
And my research efficiency has gone down quite a bit though, so.
Is it
yeah.
2.81?
No, it's 15, I think. 17.
Holy shit, that's so much better than mine.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like an accomplishment.
I know. I just thought it was funny how shit my tech was.
Oh, you got a foreign claim against me. You claimed my shit. Oh, Venice.
Venice?
Yeah. Or Veneto, as it's called in this, but you know what I mean. I figure Venice is easier to know what it's about.
Right. Oh, right.
I attacked them and they attacked me. That's very strange.
That is some good luck right there, because that's what happened to me with like Moria and such. It's very fortunate when that happened.
I was kind of sort of planning to attack them, but I didn't want to attack their allies. But if it's just Venice, then sure. Sure. Oh, they're actually naval invading me? Oh my god.
Just the influx of Macedonian slaves is just absolutely fucking bananas. Or just Hellenic slaves, I suppose, because they're not necessarily all Macedonian. Oh yeah, I won the siege of Byzanton. I've enacted raiding parties because I was getting a lot of political power from just raising everything, so I might as well, you know. And I couldn't improve my capital anymore because it was already improving.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like spreading the love because it's not exactly like my capital is only barely good, if you know what I mean. And it's the best province I have, and that's not even amazingly good.
Yeah.
Man, it's like no matter what peace, like even if they were to like secure a total victory peace, like the Macedonians, I'm pretty sure like their economy is like forever wrecked. Or the Thracians too.
Yeah, they'll soon start disbanding their fleet.
Because they just like, if you just look at like their population now, I don't know if you were paying attention to what their population was before. They're at let's just put it for reference. They're at 867 now. Like, and I haven't like gone through their whole thing. I'm pretty sure they were at like 900 something before I started.
They were close to 1,000, so I like compared myself to them at one point.
They ain't close to 1,000 no more, baby. And every province is getting pillaged. It's not getting raised. Oh, raising gives me tech, but it takes like lots of like AE. Holy shit! It's not worth because if like I have to pay aggressive expansion for like raising cities.
But you get tech.
I do get tech, yeah.
Fuck, these are a lot of. Oh man, what a close battle. I think they called in. Yeah, they called in all their allies. It's still not over. Holy shit. Come on.
Yeah,
Oof. So I killed 25k. They killed 20k, and I was outnumbered 2-1. But
let's see how I did in this war, because I wasn't even paying attention in this war. This war is like 32 to 48k, which is still good, considering the fact that they are like technologically superior to me. Jesus. Yeah, enslaved 221, killed 110 pops. Versus their enslaved 2 of my pops, killed 2 of my pops. God, this dude that has 0000, he is in charge of 25 horse archers. What the fuck? How are they letting him be in charge? That's what I want to know.
I don't know how was Hitler in charge of the Wehrmacht?
I mean, I don't think Hitler is 00000 in everything.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
It's pretty bad, but yeah.
I mean, 000, like, I think literally having a corpse would have been better for them.
I mean, he did make a lot of things worse for the army. He made
Oh,
decisions.
for sure. Yeah, he made bad decisions. That's for sure. But I don't know. Was he worse than, like, I don't know, Field Marshal Haig or something, or Luigi
Yeah,
Cadorna?
probably. I had there's a guy in CA who does a lot of history on Hague, and he really like hates it when people are like, "Oh, the butcher Hague," you know. So he doesn't think that's true.
I mean, he made some really stupid fucking decisions, though. Like, some bafflingly fucking terrible decisions. Like, unless he was playing some kind of, like, because I don't know if that was like the thing that he was, like, purposefully creating horrible offensives so that the war would end quicker or whatever the fuck, but it was, like, absolutely fucking retarded.
Want to know something that's absolutely retarded? I'm being naval. They're like landing troops on my forces.
Mm.
I keep killing them. Like 10-1 every time. Why is their morale so much higher than mine? I use the tech.
It is the tech.
No, it's
No?
not the tech. They're the same tech as me.
No.
And I have a discipline advantage. Like, I don't know. Like, they're countering me right now in this battle specific.
Fucking... I'd have to take that fort. I have, like, the worst traditions in the game, or heritage in the game.
Heritage? Oh, yeah, forest heritage. I mean, you could archer spam them, right?
In whatever game that might be a good idea. Yeah, I think my military is kind of at a point where I had, like, the home guard is absolutely fine, but, like, the tribes that have sent to go and deal with this shit are like they are like, you know, they have 3,000 out of maximum 26 troops right now. So they're kind of like they're kind of spent, I want to say. There is definitely plenty of home guard. You have to just tell them to start gathering troops, if you know what I mean, using the whole unit reorganization or whatever the hell. Can't reorganize in enemy territory. Oh, pirates off my northern coast, oh no. My ancestral heartland.
Like I'm fucking like my high priest is asking for like ridiculous amounts of money, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but your fucking app idea isn't very good.
Oh my god, oh yeah, my guy's about to die of cancer. The next guy is younger, that's, which is a benefit. He has a daughter, he also has a son who's 12, who might actually fucking see adulthood, though he is not particularly well statted. The guy with 000, like you have to understand that practically any given infant is already better at like whatever the fuck he attempts than he is, you know?
Yeah. And this war is a real stalemate.
Look, in my war is a real slog because I've just run out of like manpower. Really, it's kind of it's the main thing. Well, not necessarily run out of manpower. I've run out of manpower. I've run out of like my clan retinues have run out of reinforcements. Like there's plenty of manpower. It's just it's not getting to them in time.
Yeah. I think I just have to like fight them down their manpower as well.
Yeah, like
I cannot advance into their country. It's just I just get turned around. They cannot advance into me because I turned them hefty around. If you know what I mean.
I've heavily advanced and taken a lot of land, but I'm risking losing it all simply because the troops that I have are not reinforcing fast enough because they're like tribal things. You know, these cohorts are gonna die. Because this is like an interesting thing where the home front is like well staffed and has plenty of manpower left, and I'm absolutely in no risk of losing, but my victory is like very much on the line.
Well, you have only 25k manpower left.
Yeah, but that's not a huge deal really. It's because the clans don't use my manpower, if you know what I mean, but they are not reinforcing.
Are you sure that's true?
I am not sure that's true.
Because it says you're negative 40k
Right.
manpower. So I don't remember they changed that, or talked about changing it. So
Maybe they changed it. There we go. Jesus Christ, that siege took like a million years. Let's see if I can get like Darnia out of the war. Like I don't think these guys are. God, they still they're like, yeah, I know we're not technically winning the people of Darnia are like, yeah, we're not winning the war, but apparently we're also not losing according to us. So
yeah. According to our definition of go fuck yourself, we're
yeah.
winning.
Oh, what? No, revolting slaves that I can negotiate with? Where? I don't even know where the fuck do I have slaves. Not that I am aware of, sir. No slaves here. Yeah, this war is definitely taking longer and being way more stalematy than I was expecting.
Fuck. Black news. God damn it. I need to fucking. He's the only guy who was in prison as well. Getting like his prison break and then being like, here's a bunch of claims, but more importantly, this somehow destabilized this country. Roll a lot. Let's see.
Alright, and one of these guys better fuck off out, like, the Dardias, or whatever the fuck, they better fuck off out of the war, because they are absolutely, there is, like, nothing. Oh, they still don't want, they just don't even want, like, a white piece. They are just absolutely fucking 100% convinced that staying in the war is gonna mean anything. Nice, so that's good. Yeah, the three. I think they're just gonna push me back quite a bit, like the Macedonian and Thracian combined arms effort, simply because they are like my reinforcement rate on like my guys is just so low that they won't do anything in time.
Yeah.
But hey, it's still a victory because I mean, enslaving 246 pops, given like that's like a fucking fourth of my population, pretty much. Alright, what if I just keep beating them down here? If I can beat these Macedonians back, I'll have something. Even if it's by just like attacking them, reducing some of their, oh my god, reducing some of their men, because I actually kill more than they kill of mine, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that they just beat me because their morale is superior. But I can just keep, presumably I can just keep like harassing them in that way. They are not having the best of luck with that siege. It's very fortunate for me. Attack the Macedonians, push them off that fort. At least the AI has been sieging that place for like 620 days, which is like also a fucking insane amount. So at least the AI definitely isn't cheating with the whole sieging mechanics.
Oh yeah. There's some justice in this world.
Oh yeah, beat the Macedonians and beat them so hard it stacked wiped their military here. That is quite good. That alone, just beating the Macedonians off of that. Actually, well, no, it wasn't just beating the Macedonians there. It was also holding like that region. But yeah, beating the Macedonians off there has single-handedly determined whether I go home in shameful display or in victory. You know.
Mm.
Because that, like, if they'd taken that fort, that would have pretty much meant that I just wouldn't have the manpower to, because I was like barely holding on, wouldn't have the manpower to like wrestle that fort away from them, and then also um, like win and continue pushing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just one army that just kind of slowly goes around the Macedonian countryside that isn't protected by forts and villages it. Oh, the Seleucids have come with 20,000 troops that they're sending now. I probably should make peace because I don't really feel like fighting the Seleucids. The Phrygia has offered me an alliance. I'll absolutely accept. Lol, what? Will you come into this war, Phrygia? No. Cannot join a war after it's been. And now Phrygia is breaking the alliance with me. That's fucking what?
They like to do that. This off your alliance being like, actually, psych.
No, it's kind of dumb. They're really like, oh yeah, but we barely lost this war though. And I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, all your cities are on fire. And you're like, yeah, but we've barely lost. We'll make minor concessions. Yeah, no, well, fuck you too then. Fucking minor concessions. Also, Phrygia can fuck right off then if they are like, they just declared an alliance just so that they could fucking break it, so that they can have like a truce or something. That is hella cancer.
Hella smart.
Hella smart, but also hella fucking stupid.
Countered again.
I like the, oh my god, I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, AI, you take care of like making sure that that barbarian doesn't just like those fucking barbarians on foot don't like fucking escape you on horseback, and they're like, we'll besiege their occupations. I'm like, fucking what?
Uh,
Cancerously stupid. Alright. They have such huge navies. It's really sad for them. Okay, so let's see. Look, Thrace, like, I don't know what the fuck, how the fuck you think this war is going, but they're like, no, we won't accept, it would be substantial land loss, so we won't do it. I'm like, are you for real?
substantial land loss.
Yeah, they fucking won't. They barely give anything. If like they'll give like one fucking province, I think, is that's like all they're willing to part with. But I might need to do, instead of appeasing stance, I might need bellicose stance. Maybe that'll like convince him that I'm for cereal. Because the Seleucids hold their capital, they're like, yeah, but we hold our capital though. I'm like, yes, but this is very much like a proxy war, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're like, but we hold our capital though.
We hold our capital, you don't.
What?
Any questions?
Yeah. This is what Germany feels like in World War One, fucking negotiating with the Germans or the Americans. It's like,
Oh, yeah. Germans are like, what can we get for peace? No, not anything. Actually, you can give us some shit, because,
yeah, because fuck you. Oh yeah, war was your fault, by the way. And Germany, like, allies are like, fucking, alright, let's make sure that we have, like, a humane peace one that ensures subsequent peace. Oh yeah, Germany. In this peace, you have to acknowledge that you are effectively like Satan, and yeah, pretty much that your people barely have like a right to exist from a moral standpoint. But yeah, I think this will create everlasting peace. I don't know about you.
Be excellent for our future historians who like wondering what the hell.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, we think this is a good peace deal. Nobody's happy.
A little soft, but okay.
Yeah, nobody's happy. What about like carving Germany's like territory into two? Yeah, no, that's definitely borders that they'll happily maintain for the next 100 years. I guarantee it. If they were just like, I'm pretty sure if they were just like, because all the Germans like when they met with like the second proposal, all the Germans were like, look, don't put in the fucking treaty that like World War I is like solely our fault and like we are morally like abhorrent or whatever the fuck, and then we'll agree to these terms. And they're like, no, no, you have to say you're a bad boy. It's like, well then, that's really gonna win people fucking over. The makers of that fucking Treaty of Versailles deserve the fucking same Nuremberg trial bullshit. It's like, yeah, no, I think this treaty definitely helps. For sure. We ensured peace in Europe. 100% guaranteed.
And if not, we tried.
Yeah, we tried, man.
Why should I?
Yeah, we don't do. We make sure that the borders are like ethnically defined. Oh, by the way, Italy have South Tyrol. Okay. Why are they fucking high morale all of a sudden? Like, what determines them being like high morale? They're like war balance, last major battle. They're super fucking enthusiastic for some reason, even though like they've been occupied for like a quadrillion years. But they're like, oh yeah, last major battle was really good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes somewhat sense, but even as a player at this point, I take like the type of peace that I would offer, which is just like a few provinces, because as fucking Macedon, right, you would immediately take any peace that didn't take any territory from you, if you know what I mean. Like, cause what the fuck? Like, how would you? You'd be like, no, let's I'll continue to run like a $20 deficit, and like with my population like gonna go sub 800 soon.
I don't see the problem, to be honest. They're just, putting up a good fight.
I'm putting up a really good fight. God, I wish I could just fucking take money, but that's not allowed.
Why is this 40 been going? Oh, for 5 years. Holy shit. 5 years. You want to know how many? I'm occupying one province. There's been 200k dead on their side, 50k on my end.
My war's been going on for 8 years. In total, the Greek, I guess the Greek Isle or Greece as a whole has lost over 400 pops, either died or enslaved.
What's the casualties?
73,000 versus 115,000. And they have killed 3 of my pops and enslaved 7, and I've, killed 140 of their pops and enslaved 263.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought like my war is more bloody than yours. Like,
Your war is like bloody in the sense that soldiers have died. Mine is bloody in the sense that their people have died.
yeah. I mean, I can tell you that this is like representative of how much territory has changed. That they enslaved 2 pops, and I've enslaved 2 pops,
Right.
and I've killed 1 of their pops.
I'm forcing because they will not make like territorial concessions to me, like, or at least not not a lot of them. Anyway, so let's see how, because like literally the weakest piece I can get is this, and then nothing else really. So they will not make like direct territorial concessions to me, but I can make them release like fucking like 10 countries or something. So that's that. Why are they still like? Can I do this then? Sure, we'll do this. Peace with the Macedonians. So yeah, let's look at their population now. Yeah, Macedon. Rather than accept a peace that saw them lose no territory, they now have accepted this peace, which has reduced their population to 484. With the territory that they have maintained is pretty much all the territory that I've pillaged and raided. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they can tell themselves in the future, hey, it was worth it.
Yeah. It was we stuck by our allies. And now everybody is like now like the fucking writings on the wall for like all the other like co-belligerents. Apparently they're like, okay, well, I guess we're not winning this war anymore. The Russia has capitulated. I'm also at war with Bactria, by the way.
Oh yeah, because us like no, I was gonna say like us horse archers gotta stick together, but I don't think the Bactrians use horse archers.
They might do, no, they should do, right? But like, cause they have oh wow, the enemy has 13,000 horse archers.
Yeah.
Wow, that is not a lot. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think literally what happened to the guys that I was fighting? Oh, they're still in there. Are they like a subject? No, they're not. They're just assholes because they just won't fucking surrender. How's the war going? Let's go. I will make peace with these fuckers though, because this war has gone on long enough. There we go. What a border, you know? Oh yeah, that war definitely saw the gain of a lot of territory. I can tell you that.
Really, you got a lot of shit.
A lot of
like
territory, lots of population. Though it definitely did cost a bunch, but all the money I made has pretty much gone into the capital. If you would take a kind look at this, at my current capital, and its cozy population.
Or very cozy and very not dying in 100. Oh shit! Can I buy 2 gems from you so I can get the civilization bonus?
Sure.
Because fuck me if I'm gonna push this button 5 more times unless I have to.
Yeah, just to set up the trade.
Yeah. I'm importing.
Only to make sure to not export grain.
ground down the Venetians. They are no longer able to oppose
Nice.
their allies too, I suppose.
Come on. This trade screen could definitely use some help, some work here.
Oh yeah. Alright, there's the secondary. Thank you kindly.
No problem. Because it'll cancel my gemstones to this other nation, yeah. And I already have the expert bonus from them going to you.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, the Phrygians have maintained the alliance with me, because it's like enemy of my enemy. I'm pretty sure they're like really happy about that. I think I'll choose a appeasing stance with all the aid that I've gained. Yeah, I'll actually probably stay allied with Phrygia. Let's see, how's my technologically? Technologically, I'm definitely not doing too great. Yeah, like, ideally what I'd like is if they were also like just an option to refuse all trade going out of your capital, because you don't, like, I don't want to like fucking trade surplus grain away from my capital, you know, I kind of need that shit.
One day they're gonna make it so if you had, you cannot stack surpluses anymore, and then that's how they'll fix it.
I'm buying him. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 100 and those 100 and 204 slaves are like outputting at like 10% or something like that. They are not happy, not having a good time. God, here's one problem is that my tribal retinues now, they like each tribe has like, you know, 28 horsemen, right? And good luck trying to find a place for 28 horsemen to stand.
Oh, I suppose near the enemy border.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I should just take the peace as it is almost, but like it just feels like such a waste to have fought this war for so long. And
It's
not
sunken
gotten
cost.
more.
I mean, come on, you can't make a white peace now. What is this, World War One? No white peace in like 1916. Like,
What are you, gay?
spanning large amounts of the army. Because I have to. Why are slaves at 0% happiness? Because unrest. Maybe is tribe, tribe chief, and aggressive expansion. fucking heavy infantry. Are you stupid? But sure, I'll grant your request because I just can't be asked with dealing with you. You know, like, alright, I know we're horse archers and, you know, our armies are, you know, unbeatable and yada yada yada, there's like nothing the enemy can do.
Yeah.
But I want some heavy infantry. Could you help me pay for them? I'm like, oh, damn it.
How heavy are they? They're a heavy burden infantry.
Pretty much. Nice thing is I am trading with the with Phrygia because they've maintained the alliance and they like me now, so I'm buying a lot of grain from them because they are the only nation that can supply it in my diplomatic range. And guess where the grain's going? You guessed it, to the capital.
Zidaba or whatever. Now we're talking.
Time for more migrations. Yeah, let's look at like regions. Unsurprisingly, all of the regions that I've conquered are all incredibly disloyal. Who would have guessed? That's what take into consideration. How far off of rebellion are we? We're closing in on that threshold. Unsurprisingly, really. And accepted the Phrygian call to arms against a tiny fucking Greek city-state. Oh man. Don't worry, I'll save you, Phrygia. Apparently they were attacked by those guys. Fucking don't ask me how that happened, but ferocious, incredibly ferocious.
Savagely invaded. no, my dude has cancer. That is cancer. I'm losing a battle. Oh no, and my troops on the mid. I think we'll call that a white piece.
Did you actually white piece them?
No, obviously
No.
not. It's the
Jesus.
equivalent of a white piece, because fuck me if I'm gonna like keep attacking them any further. Especially with the Culver piece.
Crisis in Macedon. You don't say.
I wonder what type of crisis.
Like no stability. There's no way they can afford the amount of cohorts they have either. And being a researcher in my empire was incredibly frustrating.
Fuck, why can't I figure anything out?
I know, it's actually a lot. Didn't realize I had olives, so I need to start importing olives from Greece to my capital. Rather than selling them to Phrygia. Oh, my money. wish the game would actually fucking like. That's pretty much what happens. Is like, I just inherited 30 horse archers, you know, and it's like the game doesn't tell you that, so suddenly like all your money is getting drained, and you're like, what's happened?
Mm.
And now I'm in a deficit. And there was no reason for me to have been in a deficit, but oh well.
That feeling when you have no idea why pops die and how why are pops, Kyle?
Why are pops? Why do people want to take grain from my starving capital city? Why are they so rude? That should give me a stasis belly on them instantly. Yeah, so that was really unfortunate. So yeah, be careful of that. Like when your clan leaders die and they make you inherit a fucking huge army that you can't pay for.
Yeah. I've not had a problem yet, like because that's basically how I expand my army at this point.
It is how I expand my army too, because it pretty much just always gives me way more soldiers than I can handle.
Yeah.
But the downside is that like that was a 30k of horse archers that I just suddenly got, which is like a bit too much.
A bit too sensitive.
Could not afford it.
Welcome to the Empire, Venetians.
Okay. Can't actually do it myself.
least.
Oh my god, the people in the capital are no longer starving.
The peasants rejoiced.
Yeah. It's all thanks to the uh, grain trade with Phrygia, a country that'll hopefully remain strong and stable throughout the remainder of this game, and will never collapse. Though in fairness, they are culturally homogenous now. Like
Yeah,
they,
if they collapse fast.
yeah. I don't think they'll collapse now because I think most of their people, yeah, like out of the 4,000, 14,000 that they have, 3,000 are, or 4,500 that they have, like 3,000 are Hellenic Macedonians, so they are quite stable. And hey, the Seleucids, they hold part of their territory, though, because of their, Greek traditions. I imagine they're going to get rebellioned or whatever the hell as well.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
because they updated the dimensions. I guess like the save game got big bugs. I couldn't take any of them before I had unlocked the next level of tech.
Right.
So it was weird. So now I don't have any money. Thank you.
No problem.
Actually, all my inventions got reset. That sucks. I had to take them again.
Huh, odd. Mine haven't.
Well, that's because you haven't unlocked the tech yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna
Yeah.
suck. You are like a. Oh, you are still tribe, right? Yeah,
Yep.
you are. How close are you to becoming a kingdom?
Let's see.
Or depending if you're going full retard or republic, you know?
I lost my sanity, so I'm going a republic. I'm going I checked it just before you asked, and I was gonna be like thing, but then I got lagged out, so I couldn't click it as I was like gonna say yes now. I'm a republic now, or monarchy now.
Congrats on being civilized.
Yeah.
No, you better pay up your tribute or.
by the ability to move pops around. I will miss you.
Yeah. Being invaded, or at least my Greek area is being invaded because I'm defending Phrygia in a war. Like, I was like, there's no way they can lose that, and then they go around and surprise me. But hey, fortunately I have like fucking more horse archers than I know what to do with, so...
More horse archers than sons.
Yeah.
What? Did it spawn 2 families? I hope not. Nope. Apparently I, the monarch, owe my own family a favor.
Yeah.
Like,
Better make good on that favor.
yeah, sure.
Wouldn't piss them off if I were you. Alright. Oh, it's fucking wartime. Right, of course. I can't migrate when it's war, that is kind of a problem. I've separate peace out of the war. Does that end the alliance? No, it doesn't. Like, I assume they're just gonna be a little bit upset, but fuck them, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Not particularly into just being in like a dumb war the whole time.
Have they fixed the slaves ideal fraction thing yet? Nope.
No, there's nothing that gives that. Like, it's just the remainder of the thing is gonna be slaves, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's, you know.
don't think that's an ideal system either. Simply because sometimes you just want an area to have slaves without, you know, having to
kill yourself
Yeah.
over it. Yep. Oh, I just realized I actually probably. Oh, well, actually, my books are quite good still. Oh my god, no more tribes. Guess what? I can organize the army however I want.
Oh man.
Yeah. Everyone rally up.
My son's ambition is to become rich. Oh, where is this button? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, right in the path of a 32,000 army. These 3,000 guys. Let's make an example out of them. Probably should have showed leniency, seeing as how I don't really have citizens or tribes or freemen in my empire that are useful, but you know, hindsight's 2020.
Which will be next year.
It's true.
Please give.
Yeah, so my capital is 83% Hellenistic. Yeah, pretty much just 83% Hellenistic, both religion and culture.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh. You think? If we're looking at countries.
And don't look at countries, man.
God damn it. Why? Well, anyway, I actually do have to, like, go do some other stuff right now, among make food and eat food. And then I'll have to go to bed super early because, I'm a fucking bitch and I want to get up early for work. So I'll see you probably later. I might be on later tonight, but I probably won't be up to play Imperator.
No, it's okay.
Alright, see you about.